Welcome to my channel, The World Coin. Hello and welcome, coin lovers. This channel is dedicated to the fascinating world of coins from every corner of the globe. From ancient currency to modern mints, rare finds to everyday coins, we explore their history, design, and hidden stories. So subscribe now and join our growing community of coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and curious minds. I have 2 videos of Lira 100, so let's get started. The Italian 100 Lire coin of 1976, commonly called the L.100 coin, is one of the most recognizable and widely circulated coins of modern Italy before the adoption of the euro in 2002. Minted in stainless steel, with a beautiful and symbolic design of the Roman goddess Minerva, it represents not only a monetary unit but also a cultural, artistic, and historical object that connects to Italy's classical heritage and its modern republican identity. Although the 100 Lire coin series began in 1955, the 1976 issue holds its own place in history. It was struck during a decade of social change, economic challenges, and cultural growth in Italy. Millions of Italians used this coin daily to pay for bus tickets, newspapers, or a morning coffee, making it not only a collector's item today but once an inseparable part of Italian life. Italy had used the lira plural, lire as its national currency since the unification of the country in the 19th century. After World War II, the lira continued to serve as the standard currency of the newly formed Italian Republic, Repubblica Italiana. The 100 lire denomination was a significant coin in the Italian monetary system. When first introduced in the 1950s, it carried substantial purchasing power. By the 1970s, inflation had reduced its relative value, but it was still important for daily use. The 1970s in Italy were marked by economic difficulties due to the global oil crisis of 1973, rising inflation that eroded the value of money, a period of political instability often referred to as the years of lead, anni di piombo. Despite these challenges, the 100 lire coin remained stable as a physical object, durable, practical, and visually beautiful. The obverse of the coin features the figure of Minerva, the Roman goddess of wisdom, strategy, and war. She is depicted standing, holding a spear in her right hand, while her left hand is extended toward an olive tree. Minerva's spear represents power, strength, and defense. The olive tree is a classical symbol of peace, prosperity, and agricultural life. The balance between the two suggests that Italy, as a modern republic, values wisdom, peace, and productivity but is also prepared to defend itself if necessary. Along the left side of the coin, the inscription, Repubblica Italiana, appears in capital letters, identifying the issuing nation as the Italian Republic. This obverse was designed by the sculptor Giuseppe Romagnoli, whose works were deeply inspired by classical Roman and Renaissance styles. The reverse of the 1976 100 lire coin is equally striking in its simplicity and strength. At the center, the denomination is shown as L.100 inches in bold letters. To the right, there is a classical male head wearing a Roman-style helmet. This symbolizes the military traditions of Rome and the protective spirit of the Italian nation. Beneath the denomination is the date 1976, showing the year of issue. On some coins, the mint mark, R, appears, representing the Rome mint, Zecca di Roma, where the coin was produced. The combination of Minerva on one side and the armored male head on the other conveys a dual message, wisdom and peace balanced with strength and defense. The Italian 100 lire coin was technologically advanced for its time. Metal, Acmonital Acciaio Monetario Italiano, a special stainless steel alloy created for coins. It is resistant to corrosion, extremely durable, and has a shiny silver-gray appearance. Weight, 8 grams. Diameter, 27.8 millimeters. Thickness, around 2 millimeters. Edge, smooth, plain. Shape, round. The use of stainless steel was unusual in the 1950s when this series began. Most other nations still relied on bronze, copper, nickel, or silver alloys. Italy's decision to use Acmonital gave its coins an edge in terms of longevity. Even after decades of circulation, many 100 lire coins remain in good condition. The 1976 100 lire coin was minted by the Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato, Italian State Mint, in Rome. The mint mark, R, stands for Roma, Rome. Millions of coins were produced that year, ensuring that it entered circulation across the country. The 100 Lire series was minted continuously from 1955 until the late 1980s with only minor variations. The imagery on the coin carries deep cultural resonance. Minerva, Athena in Greek mythology, associated with intelligence, arts, and warfare. For Italy, she symbolizes the intellectual and cultural achievements of the nation. Olive tree, Italy's Mediterranean identity, agricultural roots, and the pursuit of peace. The olive is also a vital crop in Italian cuisine and economy. Roman helmeted head, a reminder of Italy's ancient heritage and its enduring strength as a nation built on the legacy of Rome. Together, these symbols make the 100 Lire coin not just a medium of exchange but also a small piece of art carrying the ideals of the Italian Republic. To understand the importance of this coin, it is useful to consider what 100 Lire could buy in 1976. A newspaper or magazine, a small cup of espresso in a cafe, a bus or tram ticket in most Italian cities, everyday grocery items like bread or milk. Although by 1976 inflation had reduced its purchasing power compared to the 1950s, it was still a practical coin for daily transactions. The 100 Lire coin was one of the most commonly seen coins in Italian wallets for decades. By the 1970s, it was in widespread use, along with the 50 Lire and 200 Lire coins. It was especially valued for being durable thanks to stainless steel, convenient in size, not too heavy, not too small, easily recognized by touch due to its diameter. For Italians of the time, the 100 Lire coin was more than money, it was a symbol of everyday life. From a collector's perspective, the 1976 100 Lire coin is classified as a common issue. Millions were produced, so it is not rare in circulated condition. Circulated condition, usually worth around 50 cents to $1 USD today. Uncirculated UNC, around $3 $10. Proof sets, specially struck coins for collectors, $15 $25 or more, depending on condition. While not highly valuable, it holds sentimental and historical value for collectors of Italian coins and for those interested in the pre-Euro era of Europe. The 100 Lire coin was entirely stainless steel, unusual compared to other European coins of the time. The Minerva type design was used for over 3 decades, from 1955 to the early 1980s, making it one of Italy's longest-running coin designs. It survived many changes in Italy's economy, including devaluations of the lira. In 2002, when Italy switched to the euro, 100 lire was officially equivalent to about 5 cents, 5 euro cents. The Italian lira, including the 100 lire coin, was officially replaced by the euro in 2002. Italians could exchange their old lira coins and banknotes for euros at the Bank of Italy until 2011. Today, the 100 lire coin exists only as a historical and collectible item, a relic of an era before the euro unified much of Europe's currency. The Italian 100 lire coin of 1976 is a fascinating object that combines art, history, economy, and culture in a small stainless steel disc. Its obverse design of Minerva with an olive tree symbolizes wisdom and peace, while the reverse with a Roman helmeted head reflects Italy's heritage and strength. Although no longer in circulation, this coin remains a piece of Italian identity. For collectors, historians, and anyone curious about Italy's past, it represents the daily life of millions of Italians in the 20th century. Next video. The Italian 100 lire coin of 1979 is one of the most iconic pieces of modern Italian coinage. Minted during the Italian Republic period, Repubblica Italiana, this coin represents the fusion of classical heritage, economic transition, and national symbolism. To fully understand this coin, one must look at its history, design, technical details, circulation, and cultural impact. When the 100 lire coin of 1979 was produced, Italy was going through an important phase in its post-World War II development. The Italian Republic, established in 1946 after the fall of the monarchy, had by the late 1970s become a founding member of the European Economic Community (EEC). Italy's economy was strong compared to earlier decades, yet it was also facing challenges of inflation, industrial unrest, and the oil crisis effects of the 1970s. The 100 lire denomination was introduced in 1954 and became one of the highest circulating coins before the introduction of larger denominations such as the 200 lire in 1977 and later 500 lire bimetallic coins. By 1979, the 100 lire coin was still widely used in daily transactions, equivalent to about a small bus fare, a coffee, or a newspaper. Its purchasing power was declining due to inflation, but it remained a respected coin in Italian life. The 100 lire coin was designed by Giuseppe Romagnoli, a master engraver of the Italian mint. His works often drew from classical Roman and Greek art, which symbolized the continuity of Italy's ancient legacy into the modern republican state. The obverse of the coin features the head of Minerva, the Roman goddess of wisdom, arts, and strategic warfare. She is depicted standing, facing left, holding a spear and extending her arm toward an olive tree. This imagery blends both peace, the olive tree, and strength, the spear, a balance Italy hoped to embody during its republican era. On the reverse, the coin displays the numerical value L100 at the center, with the date, 1979, positioned below and the mint mark, R, for Rome Mint. The style is clean and modernist yet still rooted in neoclassical influences. Denomination: 100 lire L100. Year: 1979. Country: Italy, Repubblica Italiana. Metal composition: Acmonital, acciaio monetario italiano, right-pointing arrow, stainless steel alloy. Weight: 8 grams. Diameter: 27.8 millimeters. Thickness: approximately 2 millimeters. Edge: reeded, milled. Mint: Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato, Rome. Engraver: Giuseppe Romagnoli. The choice of Acmonital, a special stainless steel alloy, gave the coin durability, resistance to corrosion, and a silver-like appearance while being inexpensive to produce. Italy was one of the first nations to adopt stainless steel coins on a large scale, beginning in the 1930s with the 20 lire. Design: depiction of Minerva standing, facing left. She extends her right hand toward an olive tree, while holding a spear in her left hand. Meaning: Minerva represents wisdom, strategy, and the arts. The olive tree symbolizes peace, growth, and prosperity. Together, they embody Italy's desire for balanced progress. Text: Repubblica Italiana encircles the design. This classical theme connected Italy with its ancient Roman past, reassuring citizens of stability and cultural identity during times of rapid modernization. Design: denomination: L.100 inches prominently in the center. Date: 1979, below the value. Mint mark: R, for Rome Mint. Layout: minimalist, clear, and functional design in keeping with mid-20th century European trends. The simplicity of the reverse made the coin easy to recognize quickly, useful for everyday commerce. The 100 lire 1979 coin was struck in hundreds of millions of examples, as this denomination was a mainstay of Italy's currency system. It circulated widely throughout the late 1970s and 1980s, gradually declining in real value. Due to inflation, but still used until the euro replaced the lira in 2002. By 1979, Italy was already preparing for modernization of its coinage, but the 100 lire remained deeply familiar to citizens. It was common in daily pockets, purses, and vending machines. The 100 lire coin became a symbol of Italy's economic miracle of the 1950s-1970s, representing accessible modern currency for workers, students, and families. The Minerva and olive tree design was admired for its classical grace, making it one of the most beautiful circulating coins of post-war Europe. In 1979, when this particular edition was struck, Italy was undergoing social changes, growing youth culture, rising industrial strength, and European integration. The 100 lire coin connected everyday life with the timeless legacy of Roman heritage. Today, the 100 lire 1979 coin is common among collectors because of its large mintage and durability. Its value depends on condition. Circulated: often worth only its base metal or small collector value, 20 cents, €1. Uncirculated, brilliant mint state, can reach higher prices, around €5, €10 depending on quality. Proof or error coins: if rare striking errors exist, misalignment, double strikes, these can be more valuable. Thus, while not rare, it remains historically significant and a staple in Italian coin collections worldwide. The 1979 version of the 100 lire is important because it represents the last period before the 1980s redesigns and before new denominations became more dominant. It bridges the classical legacy with modern inflation realities. Italians of the time often remember the 100 lire as a coin of childhood, used for bubblegum, train tickets, or daily necessities. The combination of strength, spear, and peace olive tree on the obverse carried a subtle political message. Italy, as part of NATO and the European community, stood ready to defend democracy while working for peace and prosperity. Though the lira is now obsolete, replaced by the euro in 2002, the 100 lire coin remains a nostalgic piece of Italian identity. Many Italians who lived through the late 20th century remember the 100 lire with fondness. Today, it symbolizes an era when Italy was rising as a modern European power while still grounded in classical traditions. The 1979 Italian 100 lire coin is more than just currency. It is a bridge between Italy's ancient past and modern future, between strength and peace, between everyday life and national pride. For collectors, historians, and ordinary Italians alike, it is a small steel circle carrying a timeless story. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A new coin story awaits you every next day.